Yeah.
Fully equipped to break down every playoff possibility are Willie McGinnis, David Carr, and Reggie Bush, our Super Bowl champions. Let's start over in the wild card spots for the NFC. One in each conference is still available. In the NFC, it's going to be the Vikings if they win, or it'll be the Eagles if Philly wins and the Vikings lose. Let's start with the team that controls its own path right now. Tom Pelissero is in Minnesota. And Tom, this is the reason these games win and in against the Bears, the reason they wrote an $84 million check to the quarterback, yeah?
There's no doubt about it, Scott, and both Vikings coach Mike Zimmer and Cousins teammates say they don't see a big change in Cousins' demeanor this week. He's known as a pretty even-keeled guy in general. Now, turnovers were a big problem the first time against the Bears. Cousins threw 2 interceptions. Dalvin Cook had a fumble. Tight end Kyle Rudolph said today, we can't give them any gifts. Now, the offense has been trending upwards the past couple of weeks under Kevin Stefanski. They've got Cousins more under center. They're running more play action. That definitely plays with the win over the Bears. They're also in with a Eagles loss to the Redskins. I asked Mike Zimmer today what, if anything, he'll want to know about what's going on in the Philly game. Zimmer said, nothing. I don't care. I just want to win this game, Scott.
There you go. We're asking every head coach and every player the same kind of scenario or same kind of hypothetical as we get to Sunday in the regular season. Tom Pelissero live with the Vikings. Appreciate that. All right, fellas, turn it back over to you guys right now. What's the best plan of attack for the Vikings to beat the Bears and get into the postseason?
Well, first of all, I don't think they can beat the Bears. I think the Bears are a better team.
If the Bears play full strength.
If the Bears play full strength. Well, we all assume that they will. They're going to the game to play full strength. I think what you've seen is a transition with the Minnesota Vikings, of course, firing their offensive coordinator. They want to be more physical up front. That plays right into the Bears' hands. Yep. They're going to try to run the football to establish balance and then throw the ball down the field, which they got 2 capable receivers. But I think the Bears do a good job at, one, penetrating the pocket. They play great against the run. They're only giving up 81 yards a game. And then on the other side of the ball, the Bears understand now they need to pound the football with the running game and feed that little man right there to Tariq Cohen and Big Howard. And then off the play action, they make plays down the field.
Why you gotta be little? We about the same size.
Smaller than me.
Why you gotta be little?
He is little.
Everybody's smaller than you.
6'9", 300 pounds like McGinnis over there. Yeah.
Easy
the little big
backs,
guy. How
man.
about that? He
Easy
plays big.
backs.
Anyone else with a thought on this one?
Well, I agree.
He says they can't win.
I agree
He's
with
giving
Willie.
the pump-up speech
I
for the
feel like he's
Vikings
gonna say
right
the same
there.
thing.
We're all kind of on the same page.
We're all on the
Okay.
same page. I think it's going to be tough for the Minnesota Vikings. Willie just alluded to it. This is a time when defenses earn their money. Defenses win championships. The Saints have had to do it. They've had to win games with their defense. The Colts, the Ravens, the Bears have had to do it. But like Willie said, they're going to make them one-dimensional because the Bears play the run well. They're number 2 against the run right now. So this isn't the game where we're going to suddenly see a balanced attack from the Minnesota Vikings. They're going to have to win it with Kirk Cousins on his arm and his shoulders. But the issue with that is the Bears have secondary. They have corners that can run with Thielen and Diggs. So it's going to be tough for them.
I think that's the biggest issue. Is there's an identity problem with the Minnesota Vikings on the offensive side of the ball. You have Kevin Stefanski, who's come in, and Mike Zimmer wants to run the football and they want to play good defense. But you paid your quarterback a lot of money and you have good weapons outside. So it's kind of you're in that situation where you want to run the ball, but the Bears have a great run defense.
Right.
So we want to set up play action. We're going to try and bang our head into a wall a little bit here. When in reality, teams at this point should be in a comfort zone with their offense and just flowing with whatever the defense allows them to do. And that's not where they are right now with the Minnesota Vikings. Can they come out and make some great strides? They've gotten better. They've improved on offense. But I just think it's too big of a hurdle against such a good defense to go out there with a young offensive coordinator who's just now starting and with Kirk Cousins and the opponents that they've played.
But David, you make a great point. Look at all the great quarterbacks in our league. Even with Tom Brady, he has a run game. Yeah. With Big Ben, he has a run game. With Drew Brees, he's found a new running game with the balance of Eagles and Kamara. I think you have to add balance to an offense to help the passing game. Yeah. And if you look at Kirk Cousins, he doesn't have a signature win this year. All the teams he's beat are not in the playoffs or having to lose a record outside of the Phillies, who were 500 when you played them. If it comes down to his arm, this is a statement game for him as well.
Yeah.
All that money there and the playoff spot on the line. And if Minnesota wins that game, it's very likely the wild card matchup would be Minnesota and Chicago, although at Soldier Field, this game this weekend is at US Bank in Minneapolis. Philadelphia can still get in with a Minnesota loss and a Philadelphia win. We'll talk about the Eagles coming up in just a bit.